This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and what am I reviewing? It's a pen, not a ballpoint pen. This is an active pen that works with laptops and tablets that use N-Trig pen technology. That means Microsoft Surface Pro 3, Surface Pro 4, the 2017 model, Surface Book, Surface Book 2, Surface Studio, HP Spectre X360 models from the last couple of years. They use N-Trig technology, also now called MPP, or Microsoft Pen Protocol. Also some Asus laptops or convertibles too. In the last couple of years, they've been using N-Trig. Not Lenovo Yogas or ThinkPads. They use something else called Wacom AES. Okay, now that we got that down, you know what it's about. This is from Adonit. Now, they're the people that made the Jot styluses for iPads for years now, the ones with the funny little clear plastic discs, and they're an attempt to give you a pen-like experience that was useful when you didn't have an active digitizer available. Well, now, thankfully, many devices do have active digitizers. So what you get here is you get pressure sensitivity and you get palm rejection, which means you can rest your hand on the screen. Though for art, I still typically wear an art glove because palm rejection is not perfect with these sorts of pens in general. Nothing on Adonit in particular, just in general. So this is the Adonit Ink Pro. They also have an Adonit Ink Not Pro. The difference is this one is prettier. It's really classy. It looks sort of like a cross pen or something like that. The rechargeable connector here is a nice little docking station that you get in the box instead of a little cable instead. It has a laser pointer, otherwise known as a cat toy. When you press this button, a little red light lights up and you've got a laser pointer. And funniest of all, you can talk to it. Yes, you can, so you can feel like Maxwell Smart. Now, why would you want to talk to your pen? It's not as weird as it might seem, right? Say you're using this for presentations. If you're doing slides and you're laser pointering around and you want to tell your laptop to advance to the next slide, tell Cortana to do that for you. I suppose you could do that here. Anyway, we're going to look at it now. So the Ink Pro supports 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity, which is pretty typical of the state-of-the-art pens that are available now. Again, the Wacom Bamboo Ink, Microsoft's own Surface Pro pen that's available, the $99 one, the newer version that is, and HP's latest pen for their Spectres as well. The pen, HP has a couple of pens, it can be confusing, but the latest generation one that has the eraser-like butt on it and charges over USB instead of using removable batteries. So in favor of this product, it is good that you don't have to worry about replacing batteries. I like the charging stand that it comes with. If you go for the non-Pro model, you get a little cable that sticks into the end of it. That's not so bad either, but the stand's kind of classy. Again, it's about looking and feeling like a fancy precision writing instrument, and the weight of it really is nice and pleasing. When it comes to writing and drawing with any of these, you're going to find the experience is very similar. They're using the same technology. There is a slight difference in the amount of pen jitter, drawing very slow diagonal lines, where I found that the Surface Pro latest generation pen has a little bit maybe less jitter, and you can see on screen what I'm doing there. But in terms of pressure sensitivity, in terms of behavior, they're all really honestly the same. The hover distance is the same on them. They're all the same generation N-Trig. So you're going to be buying these based on the aesthetics, the price point, whether you prefer quadruple A batteries or whether you'd rather recharge your pen every so often, stuff like that. Now, of course, with the Pro model here, they're setting it apart. You got the laser pointer, you have the remote microphone on the pen if you find that useful, which are interesting enough features, and well, there you have it. Also, the pen tip on this, it's 1mm tip, so this is a nice fine point tip, but it's sort of like the iPad Pro pencil. It's got a pencil-like tip on it. It's a conical taper. I happen to like that. It feels more like the traditional writing instruments that we've grown accustomed to. So it feels nice. It would be great if it supported tilt, but it doesn't. Most N-Trig pens still don't. Microsoft's latest generation Surface Pen is supposed to support tilt. I've never really had a whole lot of luck getting it to work in many applications anyway, though. And then you need a brush that supports tilt. And that's some, but not all. You know who you are if you use those. It's art people who really care about that, not note-taking. For note-taking, same level of pressure sensitivity, same palm rejection experience. So again, you get the idea. This is, well, really functionally a single button pen. It has a second button, but that second button is for the laser pointer. There is no eraser at the end, obviously, because that's where actually it charges. So, you know, for taking notes, the eraser is handy. If you're using it for art, I never use the eraser on the ends of pens anyway, because the tip is so much more precise for erasing. When it comes to battery life, well, first, all of these pens recharge extremely quickly for the ones that have rechargeable batteries, because they're teeny tiny batteries in there. So it depends on, well, how much you're using the laser pointer, how much you're using the microphone, smartphone, all that sort of thing, you should expect at least 80 hours of writing or drawing with it. So that's a pretty good long time. So that's the Adonit Ink Pro pen. Again, it's 90 bucks or so, which is similar in price to a lot of the other competing pens. And what stands in its favor is the fact it's rechargeable. If you hate going out and sourcing quadruple A batteries that you'll have to replace every year or every 6 months, depending on how much you use the pen, the weight on it feels really good. It feels like a nice writing instrument. It's also nice for art too. It's got a little bit more length and a little bit more balance than the Microsoft Surface Pro pen has. That's nice too. The laser pointer, your cat toy, yeah, well, that's great if you have cats or if you do presentations and talking to it via Bluetooth and Cortana, you decide if that's worth it. I'm Lisa from Mobile Tech Review. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more cool tech videos, and pens up if you like this vid.